Flawless on the Trundle either. Now, I do think that he's had really good games with fairly immobile champions, especially in the early game, especially on the likes of the Karthus there. So I'm not too worried about his positioning. I'm just more curious how he's intending to play this out. Are we going to see that Trundle look for early invades, look for duels against the Hecarim? Because Hecarim is a skilling jungler, likes to hit that level 6 before he really starts to get involved on the map. And Trundle can start looking for early invades to push them out, especially, with that LeBlanc in the mid lane as well. You've got a lot of wave clear. You've got a lot of prio here as well. You can start looking for those early 2v2s.
Yeah, definitely. And the Sion whipping out the, why does it say the spell book? What? I'm so confused by that.
It's what you pick into a losing lane for Sion. If you, especially into range carries, you can't prop the Grasp of the Undying with any sort of consistency. So Spellbook instead gives you the ability that, hey, at least I've got the one extra summoner. Worst comes to worst, I can look for those fights. I can trade a little bit better. And yeah, it's just sort of the safe pick with Inspiration Tree as well, just to sort of scale up. You're not looking to try and necessarily win the lane.
All right, well, we'll definitely have to see how that ends up panning out. Actually, Refarky grabbing that blue right off the start. And look at, oh my, okay, Flawless chilling in the red jungle, actually. Dude, he does not care, bro. He's just already looking to start things off, stealing. Right?
Yep. This is silent tag. So I know it's really confusing. Okay,
yeah, but please, bro.
So this is Scion Tech. This is what you do at level 1 because of your passive. You do get to farm this up here, and it's one way to avoid the lane. Rayfark, you will come back with blue buff as well because you died to a minion camp. And on top of that, this is effectively Burning Core's cheese here that I was hoping we'd see. And what you're doing is you're 3-buffing Steel here. You're setting Steel behind because now Steel's going to come to bot side and you've got nothing left in your jungle. You can't even go for that cross map invade either because it's got to be a diagonal invade. And if you look at the map right now, Yuhi and Fujimoto with the Jinx Leona, one of the best parts about that particular duel is that you get lane prio, you get first shove here. And so you have a numbers advantage should Steel come looking to try and pick up camps on the bot side of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. Steel realizing that probably his side of the map will not be there anymore. So instead, looking to move into Flawless's jungle, will be able to grab some wolves, kind of keep himself like somewhat on par. But already, I mean, this is definitely a lot more volatility than I was expecting to see. So I'm already being caught off guard a little bit there. Gonna have to see how that does end up playing out. But right now, it's really just chill time, honestly, really. A little bit of trading going around here and there, waiting for that first kind of ability to strike and get something done here. Hextech Drag also first going to be on the board. So unfortunately, no Hextech Soul. Big sad, but it is what it is.
You know what? I'm okay with no Hextech Soul because then it gives us a chance for Infernal Soul, which is always fun and chaotic. More kill pressure coming through for the various members' bot side. Fujimoto and Yuhi taking a bit
speaking of kill pressure, though, actually the Zenith Blade on the return onto Harp there does crack the Aftershock, but not quite the trade that they wanted. Gonna have to fall back on that one.
I actually wonder if Fujimoto was like, oh, I'm going to get hit by the hook anyways, right? Might as well go in on this. And then like when the hook didn't land, I was like, uh-oh, abort.
Get out of here. let me go home, please.
They're still looking for this here, and they know that Flawless is in the area.
Oh, Lord, they're done here, bro. Fujimoto is so incredibly low. The pillar taking down, but it won't be enough. First blood comes out, and it's going to go into the hands of the one and only Steel, stealing it from him. Dare I say. I was not the move, but Flawless was coming around that corner right, but Steel with a very good read and just returns from the back line there, just swoops in, grabs that kill, and gets out.
Yeah, and that just comes from an information inequality there, Echo. They had vision, the ward saw Flawless.
Damn, okay, information. Okay, I might have to steal that one and use that at some point.
Well, so what happens is they knew Flawless was in the area. So when DFM looked for the engage there, Steel was in their back pocket, but Burning Core wasn't aware of that. What on earth is that interaction?
Oh, Lord, Utapon is getting incredibly and increasingly lower and lower. He's in the back line. He's stuck and he's going to go down. They should be able to still get Flawless. They will get that. Harp will pick it up. Now it's just support versus support.
Okay, I did not realize that Pillar could do that to a Dark Passage. Utapon got knocked out of the Dark Passage part way through. Really good play from Flawless mechanically, but the decision to find that minion wave, man, that is not okay. Like, we are only 5 minutes in. Minions do a lot of damage. This is about the only part of the game where my peoples are highly relevant before Hullbreaker comes in. So you don't want to be fighting in that wave like that. And for Burning Core, I respect that they're trying to pull all this cheese. They got the Ray Farkey level 1 jungle, they got the 3 buff, but all that's been nullified now, right? Flawless has died, and Steel hasn't. Not to mention, Steel got that first blood as well. So Detonation FocusMe, they're right back on track. And for Burning Core, you're not behind, but your cheese kind of didn't work. And at this point, I'm getting a little bit worried because, like I said, I don't think you'll win playing standard against DFM.
Yeah, definitely right. It's like it was a good idea kind of on paper. In practice right now, not looking too good, but you never know. Only time really will tell. And that's also kind of the problem though, right? Because like the longer this game goes, the longer you start to kind of play as a more like standard comp. A little bit of trading coming out from Dice here, hitting him with the distortion, a little bit of damage coming out. Oh, Tevin not quite going to connect there. Overall, not too much going down though. Drag is still on the map. It's just been chilling. No one's really contesting it. They're trying to let him live, trying to give him that extra time in the sun. Just let him live his life.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Detonation FocusMe actually went from the team with best dragon control, 91%, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, and now they're only sitting at around 67% here. So Detonation FocusMe, once again, have control of the dragon pit. They have the numbers advantage, but they're not focused on it. They're looking for the kills first instead. So Steel sitting in this bot lane instead, trying to bait Fujimoto into this. And if they get a kill here, they will convert to dragon, but it's not the priority right now.
Darkbaz is going out, though. Steel is there, going to force the flash out from Yuhi, and not quite gonna get just gonna trade some sums, right? That's also big too. Not too much coming out of that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, good attempt, and I appreciate that they didn't wait any longer there.
Yeah,
you don't want to be wasting time just sitting and not farming. You are on that Hecarim, and Steel still not level 6 yet, so right back to the jungle. The interesting thing to watch will be what happens when Steel hits 6, because at that point I don't know if Steel is just going to run back to that bot lane once again and force the gank. And if Yuhi, if Fujimoto take any more poke, if they get hooked and eat, more shots from Utapon here, I think Steel is more than happy to look for dives.
Yeah, I'm about to hit that level 6. I'm assuming he'll get it once he gets this drop. Rest in peace, the big boy. Yeah, he's gonna have that 6. So now he's definitely, that Onslaught of Shadows is gonna make him a lot more of a threat on the Rift here. Still no one even like looking towards that dragon. I'm quite surprised by that. Even Steel's like, nah, I don't want it right now. I got to keep farming, got to make sure he kind of stays ahead. And it's kind of sad to see, right? Because Flawless, they had this whole big brain plan, right? Flawless goes into the blue, not the blue side, into a Steel side. And maybe he's looking to take a lot more than just his camps here. He might just run right into him here. Steel going to go ahead and back off, calling for some backup there, I say. And we already see Yarong on the move. Not sure they're going to quite be able to catch him though. Now they won't be able to, but like I was saying, Flawless, like they had this whole move, this whole plan they were going to do to kind of set Steel behind. At the end of the day, we just saw that Steel did hit level 6 first, right? So it's like everything's kind of been nullified at this point.
Yeah, and it just feels like that's what Detonation FocusMe are just really good at, nullifying everything you want to do. Before that, the early game was kind of quiet, but Dice actually going to eat a bit of
Dice is not going to go out quietly, though. He's incredibly low to use the sword. No, dude, the big brain hits him with the 1-2, but Flawless might be paying for his mistakes. Did need to flash. We'll be able to get out of there alive. Steel actually incredibly low, though, as well. That's always a good sight to see. The Super Mega Death Rocket is flying. Is it going to connect? I don't think it will. Just a little off.
Yeah, Vision gave that away, but Flawless isn't done yet and still looking here.
He's still looking, and he's finding the pillar connection. He will get Steel. He gets the red buff as well as a little prize. He's like, thank you, I'll be taking that. Hit him with the 1-2 and took him out.
Yeah, and they can go for Herald if they want as well, because it's only Ebby left here. Yaharong had to burn the flash earlier, doesn't have a lot of mana. Really well played from Burning Core, and this is something that Flawless has been looking for the entire early game. We said it earlier, Echo, that that Trundle wins the 1v1, right? You want to go for invades, you want to fight Steel, and that doesn't change for pretty much this entire game. Trundle is a duelist, Hecarim not so much. Detonation FocusMe, though, they've brought buddies this time.
Yeah, it's not going to be that much of a duel, more of a little bit of a scuffle here in the 3-on-2. They're going to see who can secure this Rift Hill. It's getting low. It's going to be a smite fight. Flawless, I think Flawless did get it. Will go down. He did. So it was secure. Bag has been secured, ladies and gentlemen. It's all worth it. And Ray Farkey will go ahead and get out of there alive. They get the Rift. They get the Rift. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, they might be able to get. I don't know if you want this fight.
I don't know if that was the move. That might have been a bit of miscommunication, not information. But it is a misinformation. Rocket! The fact that Fujimoto is going to go down. He is taken out by Utapon. The rocket as well, like you're saying, so close yet so far, won't quite connect.
Oh man, I really thought that was going to hit for a second.
That'd been sick.
The stopwatch came in so clutch right there for Harp. If not, that could have been a 2v4 where Burning Core actually trade 1-for-1 there. But as it stands, Yuhi still got to power farm.
You in a terrible spot. He can't be power farming when he's dead, and he's gone into the grave. Steel with a very nice read coming around the corner. Yuhi overstayed his welcome, paid the price. He has been evicted from the premises, and now Yaharong is about to get the same treatment if he can't get out of there. Nah, Dice, not enough mana, has to fall back.
Okay, and surely now, Echo KO, surely now we see Dragon being taken, right? I mean, after all, you got to kill bot. Maybe? No, Steel's actually walking away from this. Okay, interesting so far. Detonation FocusMe has definitely changed up my opinion of the early game. They were an early game team in the last week, and I guess they've kind of moved a little bit away from that, but they're not in a rush. And I guess, you know, they're respecting Flawless at this point. The fact that Flawless can 1v1 Steel, and if Steel starts up the Dragon here, he is at risk of getting burnt down even without the AD carry. But for Burning Core, you are stronger here, and they're still not starting this. They're still not comfortable, and they're looking for picks of their own instead. But bot side is so heavily warded here. I don't see how Flawless gets in without getting spotted.
Yeah, just like that, he does get spotted underneath. The hook doesn't land on Yuki. He will drop the cage, but it's not going to quite be enough. It's going to be a bit of a scuffle moving in here. Very nice play, actually, pushing him back. First, Yuhi goes down. Fujimoto is very close to follow. No, he will not get out of that one alive. And now Flawless is in the masses. Needs to be very careful here. If he gets hit by one more Yuta punch shot, he should be down. There he goes. That's it. Another kill. That's 3 members off the board. And just like that, Burning Core, if you were stronger before, you are not stronger now.
Yeah, everything was going right for Burning Core, and then this happened again in the bot lane. And
he's still not doing the drag, bro. What contract did these guys sign with the Dragon, bro? Who, like, someone needs to review this, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, maybe they got sanctioned or something. Like, DFM 91% Dragon control, and now you just refuse to take it. And like, okay, this is the setup once again, and it looks really familiar because once again, information inequality here. Burning Core think they've got the 3v2. But they don't. Sure, Flawless wins the 1v1, but you can see that's not true once you get more and more numbers, not to mention Udapon's Infernum in that fight hits everybody so perfectly there, absolutely just instantly pops them, and just the AoE damage that DFM have in this bot side. Burning Core cannot afford to play around that without knowing where Steel is, and I'd almost like to see Flawless at this point look to maybe help out gank a top lane for once, right? Like Rayfarky's been alone on an island.
Lord, the glacial tomb to get popped on Dice incredibly low. It's going to use the distortion over the wall. Yo, did he just hit him with the big brain? He's going to get out too. He waited so patiently to take that back. I didn't even think he knows that the ward was in there, but he still baited him just with that alone. We'll get out of that one alive. Close call, to say the least. And now the ult will be down from Yaharong. Speaking of going down, so is the Rift Herald into this bot. Tower here is going to crash in, do a little bit of damage, and that's about all we're unfortunately going to see from it.
Yeah, kind of running out of time on that Herald, but at least it does crash. You get some plates as well here. And Rayfarky has the unstoppable onslaught. Actually walking to this bot side here. Has to be careful. Ebby has Hullbreaker, and topside turret already almost dead.
Yeah, it's going to go down here, actually. Nothing to respond, no minions to defend, and it should go down here if you're going to pick up that nice, juicy turret money, dude. 13 minutes in, no one there to defend it. And he's just like, dude, I'm going to do it again if you don't stop me.
Yeah, Rayfarky, we saw him walking to that bot lane, and keep in mind, again, unstoppable onslaught, or the Scion Pain Train, as is otherwise known. You can run into a lane. He walked into that lane, showed up, said hi, had to recall immediately and walked off. He just wasted time, lost 2 waves there and couldn't find anything for it. Detonation FocusMe, they're more than happy with that particular trade, and now maybe they'll set up for Dragon. They're in the area. Yaharong has rotated down.
Yeah, Rayfarky, a little bit of a blue buff. We've seen a bit of a perhaps confrontation is going to go down here in the river as we are 14 minutes in. The first drag still hasn't been picked up. DFM's like, dude, we don't even need this thing, bro. Like, dude, just let him. We'll let him chill, bro. We do not need it. They're just not going to do anything with it. One of these days, maybe we'll see something go down here. Flawless looking into that mid lane, can't quite get anything though. The wave state's not quite there. Yo, we finally see the dragon taking some damage and still just backed off, dude.
Echo, they're just teasing us. They're just teasing us.
Yes, at this point, they're just actually teasing. Finally, they're looking to actually take it out here. Flawless and Fujimoto know something's up, so they're going to be chilling in that bush. Meanwhile, in this mid lane, right, Dice trying to get some kind of prio off, but it's not quite going to work. Yahorong doing a bit too much damage. Ray Farkey's there. Maybe we see the pain train being sent into the river. It's going to be a bit of a smite fight once again.
Here we
Can
go.
Flawless do it again? I'm not sure he can. He will not. Steel's going to go ahead and grab that dragon. Solo Flare coming out, but it is going to go wide. The cage gets dropped. Harp in a terrible position. Should be able to get out of that, though. Close call, but nothing quite going to come out of it.
Wow, Steel.
Yo, Utapot, come on, bro. No way. Dude, he's straight up sending it to Ray Fark. He's like, dude, you are not a tank in my eye, bro. And look at that, Evie. He pushed down the second, he pushed down the tier 2, moved over to the tier 3, and's got it to half health already.
So DFM just walked away with absolutely everything there. The fact that Steel actually did manage to steal that away. Ray Farkey a little bit late on that unstoppable onslaught there, and the dark passage to get out, that was the perfect heist. And the entire time that was happening, because Ray Farkey did look for the unstoppable onslaught on that dragon and didn't get it, even worse, Ebby just got free push topside. This hull breaker Gnar is an absolute issue. And for Burning Core, you're starting to run out of options a little bit here, right? Like every time you leave that top lane, you're getting punished. You're trying to make the plays. I appreciate that, but they're not working out. And DFM are just fielding this so well. At this point, Burning Core are starting to enter desperation mode. Dice hasn't been able to make any significant plays. Ray Farkey hasn't been able to make any significant plays. I get the feeling that Burning Core in the next 5 minutes are going to look for some sort of crazy play that's either going to win the game or absolutely lose the game for them.
Yeah, absolutely right. They've been a little bit slow on kind of like adapting as to what's going down here, right? You notice that what you're trying really isn't working. The scariest thing, right? It's 2-8, and we haven't really even seen like a fully fledged team fight. It's really only just been scuffles here and there, right? 3 and 4 mans, that kind of stuff. So we have yet to see even how the full team fight is going to play out.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is on Detonation FocusMe. It's not like Burning Core isn't looking for those fights. It's more Detonation FocusMe. Like, no, I don't want any of this, Abby.
Yeah, Abby, bit of a bad spot. You're getting hit with all the CC in the world right now, but he is too damn tanky. Gonna shove him to the wall. Gonna go ahead and just jump over the wall like it's nothing, and he's out of there. But they do not care. They are gonna follow him to the ends of the earth. They want this kill. Ray Farkey is pissed. Should he get it? I'm not sure if he can. One more tick, he will go down. Oh my god, they sent everything they have, but now look in the mid lane, they're pushing it down. Top lane, Yahorong's moving in with a pretty big minion wave, so I don't know if it was worth it. And Steel's grabbing himself that hill.
Yeah, exactly as you said there. It feels like Burning Core playing on the wrong side of the map. And okay, that wasn't necessarily the desperate play I was thinking of, but it looks pretty desperate to me. You sent 3 people after a hull break and Mega Gnar. And sure, you got the kill, but it took everything. And now Fujimoto might get dove here. They're just waiting for Steel.
Yeah. Steel is there.
Okay, Ray Farkey's there.
Yeah, Ray Farkey's there. Yeah, they're like, oh, but they're actually going to shift targets. They see that Yuhi is alone in the spot lane. Going to use the path to get over. Yahorong should hit him with that Glacial Tomb. Will hit him, but the cleanse that come out, but it does not matter because Steel is like, hey, what's going on? You're done here. Just take them out.
Yeah, and I just got to highlight Ray Farkey, only 1 death, and you look over to Yuhi, you look over to Dice, these big carries. Yuhi 0 and 3 right now. Not what you want to see on your Jinx. Oh, I like this though. Ebby is mini Gnar, has no rage bar. They're looking for the punish.
Indeed, that turret should go down any second now, but it doesn't even matter because Evie, dude, he's just sending it. He wants that kill on Dice, isn't quite going to get it. Might pay the price, is going to hop over Flawless, does have that full rage mode, should pop it any second now. Going to go ahead and get that third passive proc. Now he pops it. Can he get Flawless to flash to dodge? I'm not sure if he can quite get it though. He will not. Flawless going to be able to dip out of there. Dice though.
No,
oh no, he's got a TP. You got to get out of there. Dice, quickly run. No,
he almost
he is going to go down so close and so far. And Flawless too. They're going to lose it all. They set up the play. Steel with, oh my god, the onslaught of shadows. He's trying his best to get this kill. Not enough though. Too much heal. They turn this thing around and they actually take out Steel. He's not stealing that kill to say the least. But Yahorong is here to try and avenge his boy, and he doesn't need so much damage coming out. And now it's just 1 for 1 for 1 for 1. Just like that, Yutapon will pick up a kill as well. The tomb coming out. The pain train to send it back home. He's like, Mom, I want to go home. I don't like it here. And he's sending it back to the fountain.
Oh man, watching Ray Farkey run away while shouting cowards. That's what we call it there. The tactical reposition with the pain train. And Echo, we might not actually get to see an actual 5v5 team fight at the rate we're going right now. DFM just refused to group up, and Ebby's split push right now with this Gnar is absolutely monstrous. I mean, this was a 2v1 and the Hullbreaker is just doing too much work. Ebby, you saw him as well come into lane without any rage bar, manages to charge it up. And the moment he goes mega, you don't win that fight. He buys so much time for the rest of his team to respond. And Burning Core, they're caught in fragments because of that attempt. And it's to their credit that they actually managed to find some kills at all in that particular trade.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a nice little move there to see that they were able to take out Steel there. I believe that the exhaust actually also got popped by Rayfarky with that spell book, which allowed them to really nullify any damage he was going to do. But then you see it, right? Everyone gets caught out. Flawless just goes down. Everyone's just out for the count. They almost get Rayfarky, but he hits him with the retreat is tactical, but death is not. And just gets out of there alive.
Yeah, and now, Baron is up here. We are at that 20-minute mark, and DFM are ahead enough that should they choose to team fight here, they can probably smash it. Yuhi sitting on with the completed Mythic has not sold the call. And you look at Utapon, Utapon's got that 2.5 item power spike, a full completed item up on Burning Core, and Ebby as well. 2 items here with the teleport available. Can just look to split push. Burning Core, 2 members didn't work. They're sending 3, but I don't know if they can actually do this under a turret.
Yeah, no, because there's a big threat in that bot lane, and that's like the entirety of DFM pushing together with the Rift Herald as well. They've taken out that tier 2, looking to move on here to the tier 3. Burning Core is really just running out of time to find some kind of crazy play. We've seen them kind of try here and there, nothing really coming out of it. They're looking to just send under the turret. Perhaps the TP just come out, steal into the back line, takes out usually like it's nothing. Dice about to go down though incredibly low, will go down. 2 more will fall. Tier 3 goes down as well. They're looking to run down the rest of the members here. Rayfarky, you're a tank, but it doesn't matter. You can't tank all this damage coming out from Evie. Gonna hit the ult, but not quite gonna be able to shove them away from the fountain. But they don't need to, because honestly, this is looking like a DFM.
Yeah, is this going to be the new record? I think the current record is 23.
I think 23 something. So this might just be indeed the new record, unless Rayfarky and Flawless can do something here. It's not looking very hopeful though, and just like that, DFM win. These guys are unstoppable, and they will not